Hi, in this video I'll be doing a general tarot reading for Lee. So we're just going to go ahead and get the cards shuffled. So this will be part one of the reading. I'll be doing 3 parts like I usually do in a general reading. So this part will focus on getting the 9 cards out first of all. The first 3 cards will be for the recent past. Then the middle row will be the present, and the last row will be the near future. So when you watch this, just keep in mind that the recent past could be anywhere from now to like months down the line, weeks down the line, days, maybe up to about a year back in time, but not more than that. And the same goes for the near future. It's any time from now to like months ahead, weeks ahead, months ahead, maybe a year at the most. Alright, so let's have a look. What's coming up? I'm just going to shuffle one more time because I am doing it with reversals. Okay, so I'm just going to pull all the cards first and then I'll mention what they are. For those of you that are new to my channel, I just want to explain something. I normally like using my Rider tarot deck, the mini one. So as you can see, it's like really small. And I can't shuffle it in any other way than the way I'm shuffling it now. I don't always shuffle on screen. I don't always put the cards where you can see them, but I always hold them up for everyone to see. And I do explain them, so just bear with me while I select the cards, please, because it does take a while. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck you have the 7 of Cups, which indicates choices, decision making, a lot of different options being available to you. So I don't know if this somehow fits in with the theme of the reading. We'll see as we look through each and every card. But basically it could also mean that everything's up in the air. You have a lot of different ideas. You don't really know which one to focus on. You don't know which issue is more important than all the others. But all these ideas are just ideas for now, so they haven't really been put into action yet. Could also mean that you've been feeling very overwhelmed with a certain situation in your life. But let's jump into the reading and we'll see how this applies. So in the recent past, you have here the 5 of Swords reversed. So when it's in the upright, it normally speaks of competition. It speaks of a victory, something that some battle that you had with someone that you actually ended up winning. You were the victor. But this card is in reverse. So I don't know if there was some form of competition, maybe in a workplace, or some situation where you felt like you needed to stand up for yourself. With this card being in reverse though, I'm sensing like it's not always the opposite meaning, right? It's usually the straightforward meaning is if it's this, whatever this is, this is just the opposite, but it's not necessarily the case. To me, in this case, it means that you're moving out of that energy. So maybe you were in this energy of like competition, things like that. Perhaps you were in a situation where things didn't go as you'd hoped they'd go. So I feel like we should just wait until the clarifying cards come, because I'm not entirely sure what the situation pertains to. We'll have to see. This is you standing, staring into the distance, waiting for something to arrive. It is the Three of Wands. So you're waiting for your ships to come in. You've maybe started a project and you're waiting to see the results. Or it could literally mean that you're waiting for a person. I don't know. We'll have to see again when I'm clarifying these cards. Then there is unfortunately a card that is not that positive. It's another 5. So if I were you, I would just look up the meanings, spiritual meanings of the number 5, because this is your second number 5 that's come up. It's the 5 of Pentacles. So normally this card is about financial hardship, struggles, poverty, loss. It's about losing things. I mean, these two people appear homeless and they appear to be in a very bad way. It doesn't need to mean finances either. It could mean that it could mean poverty in a more emotional sense, if that makes sense, if it's not related to money directly. But we'll see when we're clarifying. So in the present, you have here the 6 of Wands, which is someone being in their power, someone making a grand entrance, someone returning from something. It could mean like someone who has a celebrity status, someone who's very well respected, someone that others look up to. But it's someone making that grand entrance. So we'll have a look at that a bit later. Then next to that we have the Emperor, which is the card of Aries. If it does not mean an Aries person directly that you've been dealing with, it could mean a higher figure of authority, someone like a father figure perhaps that you've been dealing with, or someone that you've been going to for advice, some older person who's been helping you in some way with guidance, advice, maybe even financial assistance, I don't know, but it's someone that you also look up to and maybe see as a teacher of some kind. It could be, although the teacher thing fits in more with a Hierophant, this is more a figure of authority, someone who's at a higher level than you. We then have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So the 8 of Cups, normally when it's upright, it speaks about walking away from a situation. It's a very sad card to me because it's like you've tried everything to make something work, but it's just not working. So you've packed up your things and you've decided to turn your back on a situation. I do remember you telling me that your zodiac sign is Pisces, so I do see a lot of water in this reading. Actually, funny enough, the other cards are not actually water energy, but I do see some water with the overall theme being that 7 of Cups, and then I see here again the water there. Cups is always to do with water. Okay, the Suit of Cups, I mean. So this is in the reverse though, so I don't know if you've been considering leaving something or you have just left something, I don't know. It's in your current present energy. It's like perhaps because it's reversed, it's not just an overnight thing. It's not a quick decision. It's like it's been some time coming and it's not set in stone yet. That's what I'm feeling. If it was like this, it was like it would be deliberately getting up, going, leaving a situation. So we'll see when I'm clarifying, because all this can seem very general, very vague. I promise you we are going to have a look at it in more detail. So we then have the Page of Wands in reverse in your present and going into the future, the near future energy. So if it doesn't speak about a fire sign individual directly, it could mean a message coming in, because the pages are messengers. So wands are all to do with action, okay? Taking action, putting words, thoughts into action, actually just going out and getting something done. So it could mean a love message in this case. I don't know if you're single or in a relationship. I'm not sure, but just hear me out. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, coming in with a message, or it could just mean a message related to a certain action, but it's in reverse. So I don't know if you'll be rejecting this message, or if you're not seeing it for what it is, or if you're not getting the message. If someone's trying to get something across to you and you're not getting it, I don't know. We will have a look at that. That's quite interesting. Because next to it we have the King of Swords in reverse. So if it's not a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius individual, it could mean someone who's very intelligent, someone who is a thinker and a dreamer, and someone who could seem a bit aloof, standoffish. I think if it's speaking about a romantic connection here, then it could definitely mean a message coming in from this individual. Very, very interesting. Because after that card, we have the Magician in reverse. So I don't know if you've been thinking a lot about manifesting something into your life, bringing something into your life. The Magician in reverse. Perhaps you've been trying to manifest a certain connection, but it hasn't come in as quickly as you had hoped initially because it's in reverse. So you've been a bit impatient with something in terms of making something happen, manifesting something. So stay tuned for part 2, where I'll be going into more detail about this reading, and I'll be clarifying each and every card. Thanks for watching.